Hey everyone, I'm Dan with DLC.
And I'm Claire with Etch Ivy Design.
We're here in the heart of Hollywood Park, Sacramento, California.
And we're teaming up on this whole home remodel.
Let's come check it out.
We're in the kitchen, and our main design challenge in here was that the existing windows and doors were kind of in weird locations. Clients often have a hard time visualizing their new space with the existing doors and windows, so I always recommend, let's rethink where they are. In here, these windows, the placement's weird. They weren't getting a ton of natural sunlight. So in our design, we proposed 3 matching size windows here. The peninsula is actually gonna come out from one of the windows, so it's gonna allow so much natural light and just open up the whole space. Because of where all the doors and windows were placed in this room, we were really lacking one huge wall to do a big spread of cabinetry for the refrigerator and other pantry storage. So I suggested that we actually get rid of this entrance. It's from the hallway, so it's actually not even that functional, and it allows us to take full advantage of this whole length of wall for the fridge, full height cabinetry. So I would always recommend to rethink where your door openings are. On the other side of the kitchen is the shared office and laundry room. Now the client works from home, and she had to work in this tiny little space. So oftentimes clients are afraid of moving exterior doors because of the cost. It's not cheap, but oftentimes it can really improve the flow and function of your home. So I suggested we move this exterior door to the kitchen. We're gonna replace it with a window, so she's still gonna get tons of natural light when she's in here. And then we're gonna be able to use this whole wall for a huge desk with lots of storage and lots of natural light. We're in the living room, and I wanna show you how we maximize every inch of this small space to update the fireplace and get the client storage. So the client's initial vision for the space was to update the fireplace and also allow built-ins on the side for more storage. We are gonna update the fireplace. We're gonna tile the whole thing, make it really beautiful, and we're gonna do a 12-inch deep cabinet on the side. And then we got creative and thought we can still add even more storage. So we did an L-shaped cabinetry on the sofa wall. That one is gonna be full depth. It's gonna look beautiful and very intentional while saving the clients money and giving them great value. We're here in the primary bathroom. This client is a family of 3. This is the only full bathroom in the entire house, so it's so important that this bathroom is maximized for efficiency and function. Initially, there was a linen closet in the hallway, and we decided that we need to take over the space from the linen closet to incorporate it into the bathroom square footage. Now, most clients, the priority is an utmost importance to them, but I assure you that we added more storage in the vanity. We were able to do a large vanity. We snuck some storage in behind the shower, and now they're gonna have a larger bathroom that works for their family.
Hey everyone, we're here on final inspection day. That's the day where we final out our permit and we go over all the last minute punch list stuff with the homeowner. So we've got some shelves that need to be installed still, some wallpaper that's been back ordered. So we go over those details on a day like this. You can see behind me, our kitchen is done. This is where we changed the layout, where we had a weird little corner area that wasn't being utilized. So we punched a door into there, and then we moved the windows so we could fit this large peninsula in. We reorientated this whole wall that you can see to my right, where now we allow for an entire run of cabinets, a new doorway into what is the laundry room now. And then we have a powder room behind that. So in order to make this work, we had to do a lot of pocket doors, which is something that a designer, when you hire them, they're gonna be recommending, as opposed to if you just try to wing it and do yourself. You're gonna think doorways, you're gonna have problems with door swings. And it's really cool too. The designer on this project actually specced some really interesting hardware that you're not gonna find at a Home Depot or home improvement store. These are really custom. Another advantage is you can get some interesting products that you wouldn't normally pick out for yourself, like this marble. This is a honed finish marble that doesn't have as much of a glaze on it like a traditional polished marble that you would normally see. It's been sealed, as is the floor. The floor was actually custom made to order. So this took about 12 weeks to get here, which actually was pretty wild. The fact it's all handmade, custom tile, same on the walls, handmade. You got the rift white oak cabinetry here. And then you have this really unique plaster hood. Another thing that, a homeowner or, any Joe Schmo is not gonna pick out themselves. This is something that a designer is gonna be specifying. This is something that is new, it's different, you're not gonna see it on every project. So definitely it was built out of a real thin wood with a radius on it, and then we applied a plaster over the top and then painted it. So you also have some really nice appliances. This is a Wolf range. This thing is very, very pricey, but it's very heavy duty. It is basically an industrial level stovetop. So you're gonna be able to cook anything and everything. It's got a dedicated gas line that runs to it, 6 burners. Thanksgiving won't be a problem with this guy. Attached to the kitchen is now the laundry room / office. You remember to my left, there was a door here that really wasn't being used, and the homeowner works from home a lot. So she was thinking, okay, maybe let's convert this into a home office / laundry room, where we've got some new windows letting in a lot of natural light. And we've got an area to my right where you can hang clothes, you can fold clothes, you can store things in this pantry cabinet. Really cool feature. Also, the green color, that's not something that you're gonna get if you design it yourself. Most homeowners are gonna default to white cabinetry, or they're gonna go something very simple. So definitely when you hire a designer, you're gonna see a lot of color, a lot more color than you do on your own. Behind me is the powder room, which is basically a little half bath. They've got a very interesting sink. It's by a brand called Concretti. And this is actually a concrete sink, a cement sink. And it's wall mount, so you've got all the fixtures that are inside the wall. Really cool colors here. You got some interesting greens and purples. So again, something that you're not gonna find if a homeowner designs their own project. The dining room sits behind me with the blue scale wallpaper. We've got some really cool arched entries into it that we installed. We've got this wicker light here that's really interesting. They've got a lot of oak in this house. They've got white oak floors, so they've got also the white oak on the table, white oak on the door, on the entry. And another cool feature too is the wallpaper installer was actually able to do outlets and cover plates in that same wallpaper, and he kept that same pattern. That's a sign of a really good tradesman, someone who can do something like keep the pattern and actually blend those into the wall. We're going into the living room now, where the homeowners are gonna spend most of their time entertaining. We've got a TV wall and a fireplace, and because of the small size of this house, there wasn't a lot of room for storage. So the designer really had to come up with a clever way to get some cabinetry in the corner here, some entertainment center, receiver, and some other small items that could be stored. We bumped out the fireplace just about 9 or 10 inches, so we really had to optimize our space there. There's only about 9 or so inches of cabinetry in that back corner, so you can fit some keys or some small items, not a ton of things, but again, whatever space you can get on this house is good. You can see below me, we also have these refinished floors. They did it in a natural tone. It's basically just a really thick clear coat to let out that original oak finish. You can see there's some variation in the actual planks themselves. If you do a darker stain, they're gonna look more uniform. So this is a really unique look here on the floor. And lastly, we're gonna head over to the master bathroom, show you a couple things in there. If you remember this area before, we actually had a closet to my left, and the bathtub was on my right, and there really didn't make a lot of sense the way they had things orientated with the toilet. So we got rid of that closet and allowed a little bit more room for a pocket door for entry. So now we don't have the door swing issue like we mentioned previously. You can see we also have that same honed marble countertop finish. We've got some built-in cabinetry, some rift white oak, very cool brass accents in this bathroom. You can see behind me a lot of handmade tile here, variation in color and size, so you can kind of see there's a lot of character in this tile. More brass finishes, and again, a lot of color in here. The designer picked out all of these drapes and accents and really came out just absolutely beautiful.